What up, no? I am here today, with my wonderful co-host, Leonard Smith Jr. The man has as long of a list of things that he does as my hair is going down my back. That didn't really work, but it doesn't matter. Okay, the point is the nigga's great. All right, I love black excellence, and I think this man defines it. All right, he eats ass better than you eat ass. He does jokes better than you do jokes. And he's just all around charismatic guy.
Well, shout out to my co-host of Top 3 Podcasts. This is Top 3 Podcasts. I'm Leonard Smith Jr. I'm here with my homie Chris. Man, this man is come on, collegiate Division I athlete, writer, commercial actor.
On a strike, so not really.
Hey man, you ain't crossing the picket line. You ain't no scab. This man is 110 toes down.
We stay out here, cuz.
WGA representing.
Rap that shit.
He on the pen. He in front of the camera. He do improv. He do it all, man. My homie Chris, he just killing it. And speaking of improv, man.
Oh shit. Who we got here today?
Speaking of goddamn, talk about jack of all trades,
Another
man.
motherfucking
This man be writing the most fire sketches. Y'all don't even know. Ahsohn is deadly with the pen. He be writing fire sketches. DJ,
cut up the beats,
drummer, producer,
do it to him. Of all
improviser,
genres, by the way.
Herald on a Herald team at UCB.
Come on now.
Member of Lemon Pepper Wet.
Also
a commercial actor.
Also has his own baking podcast. Like goddamn, nigga.
Bro. This man is the guy, Ahsohn Williams.
What is the term again? It's not jack of all trades for somebody who does. It's a dude's name.
Master of none?
No, the dude. It's a guy who's good at all this stuff. Oh shit! Why can't I think of it? This is gonna ruin me for the rest of my week.
Ahsohn is what you're
Yeah. I was waiting.
I don't know if you guys know this, but I do improv comedy.
Oh shit! Hold on. Wait a second. Oh man. Well, we got you on today for top 3. This is gonna be a good one. Serious moments in a sitcom. Emotional / serious moments.
Dramatic, yeah.
Hard hitting moments in funny shows, and boy, oh boy, did this bring up some shit for me.
I know, right?
What made you pick this topic?
Well, originally I wanted to come on here and do top 3 Dallas Cowboy offenses because Leonard threw some very unnecessary shade, and I know it was you. It was done anonymously through the your other podcast Instagram, but there was like some random shade thrown at the Cowboys that I just was not a fan of.
Well, first of all, we were doing draft day, so we were talking about football and NFL teams. So, I mean, listen. It's the Cowboys. They used to the shade, baby. That's why they got the Cowboy hats on. The most hated team and deserve. Do you think
Renaissance Man is.
All right, who is? Do you think the Patriots are more hated than the Cowboys?
You said what?
Renaissance Man.
No, the Patriots. People hate Tom Brady. They don't necessarily hate the Patriots.
Okay. No, I hate the Patriots.
You still hate the Patriots, even though Tom Brady's not there?
Yeah, because you know what? It feels just.
Tatum, do I have to lean in and talk into my mic like this?
I don't think you have to.
It feels like I have to.
I thought it was just an artistic choice. I thought you just.
Hey, what's going on?
What an interesting question, Chris. What I would like to say to you is, it feels like I have to do that. Okay. I'll trust you.
I feel that the Patriots now being shitty is one of the few ways in which I will get justice as a black person in America. I love the personification of white sports being shit. And that's why I continue to hate the Patriots. And I went to Michigan. I like Tom Brady. I actually think he is the GOAT. But still, fuck the Patriots. Because Boston as a whole is the most racist place in sports.
In sports.
Easy.
Okay.
Easy.
I appreciate that you said it in sports.
Yeah, it's nuts.
I mean, it makes sense because in the South, they need the black people. They love sports. So they like the racism stops at the field. I
don't know about all that. It's a lot of monkey being thrown around.
Hold on. Did you not see Remember the Titans? Come on, bro. Football solved racism.
Oh, the Disney movie?
Football solved racism, my friend.
Okay.
They should do a sequel to Remember the Titans that takes place in modern day Boston.
What sport is it going to be? Is it
should be lacrosse?
Yeah, what's another sport that could solve racism that black people don't play? What if there was like a hockey movie?
Oh,
right? Not, you know what I mean?
Works.
And then like maybe they all right, so I'm gonna make the pitch. All right, so something happened, some kind of some kind of like NBA team or something like that. Like maybe like a franchise is dissolved, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, well, all these players have nowhere to go, right? And so but they're such stellar athletes that the Boston hockey coach is like, I'm gonna take these kids. I'm gonna take these
I'm
guys
putting these
in.
niggas on skates.
I'm gonna put them on skates. And all the athletes, but they're all exactly. They're all 25. Like what? We don't have to go where we're adults.
Oh, shit.
But
funny as
but for some
shit.
reason they all go and learn to play hockey, and they have to get along with the white hockey players in Boston who are like, nah, we're not about this, coach.
Nah, fuck this.
And then they have to, and then hockey solves racism in Boston.
Wow.
I think-
if it was ever to be solved, that's how it would be solved. It would have
Yeah,
to
I
be
think
hockey.
so.
I think it would do a way better job than the movie Celtic Pride. Do you guys know what that movie is?
Is that
Celtic-
all I know is about the Luckily Irish.
Celtic
Same
Pride.
universe. Same universe.
Right?
Celtic
Super
Pride.
fun.
I think
keep leaning into the
I think
mic.
it stars the dude from Home Alone, the wet bandit. Not
Macaulay Culkin?
Not Danny DeVito, but
Danny
one.
DeVito,
Yeah.
Joe Pesci.
Joe
man, that's
Pesci.
racist.
Jesus Christ, man. Hold on. I'm sorry. It's the morning. I'm high. Not Joe Pesci.
All short white
but
guys.
the tall one. It's him and another dude. They're Celtics fans, and it's like the NBA Finals or some shit. And the best basketball player on the other team, which is the Utah Jazz, is like Keenan Ivory. Like I think it's Damon Wayans, and they kidnap him. Two white dudes kidnap a black basketball player so the Celtics can win the NBA championship.
I wonder if Damon Wayans was playing.
That is a real movie.
Was he playing a fictional basketball player, or was he like playing Karl Malone?
Oh, that would be hilarious. he's for sure playing.
Daniel
Damon
Stern
Wayans
is that guy's
in the
name.
Karl
What's his
Malone
name?
way?
Daniel Stern. Is
Daniel
the name.
Stern.
Oh yeah, Daniel Marv from
Yeah, Marv.
Home Alone.
I was gonna,
Also from City Slickers.
if it wasn't hockey, I was gonna say, because I watched this video the other day of like Howard's swim team is supposed to be like. I hated the video so much, but it was funny as fuck.
Bro,
so he's
I don't
like
like
trying to
where this is
challenge-
going. I don't like where this is
I
going.
need y'all to look at the poster for the movie Celtic Pride.
Can we put that up? Can we put that up on the? Can we put that up on the screen?
No, we'll put it up. Look at that, bro.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Show it to Chris.
This should be the
Celtic
logo.
pride.
This is gonna be the logo.
Two
for
is
this
Dan
episode.
Aykroyd and Daniel Stern.
I hate that.
Yo, I heard they show
I
that in
hate
church
that.
in Boston.
I gotta be honest with you. That's all bad.
Yo, two
The
white
ropes,
dudes,
bro.
black dude
crazy.
duct taped, mouth covered.
With the ropes is crazy. That's out of pocket.
Insane,
That's out of
bro.
pocket.
Yeah,
The 90s was wild.
they was wild.
So,
in the 90s.
oh no, yeah, the Howard swim coach is like trying to bring black representation into swimming, and like at the events, these niggas is like swag surfing and shit, and they got all the white people going, yeah, and I was like, oh, I
This
hate
is a
it.
real movie?
No, this is real life, nigga.
Oh, shit.
Although swag surfing in water is pretty fly.
That is hard. That would be hard.
Only niggas could do that.
Are there any professional black surfers? Because if there is,
No
like
chance.
he should surf to
Yeah,
swag
every
surf,
time
like-
he has to come out.
He
with
has
swag
to come
surf.
out to that. You kick
Every
him out.
every edit, every highlight is swag surf.
He's like, bro, I would like another song at this point.
Nope, sorry.
And he has like a really compelling backstory. So when he's in like the big national like surf convention, what is that? Is like the X Games? Is that surfing? Does the X Games do surfing?
I don't,
No,
I don't think
I
they
don't
do.
think so.
I think it's
I
every
think they
other
did in the
board
past.
sport. It's
I think they
every
did in the
other board
past.
sport.
Oh,
It's like
but they have like their
skateboarding.
competition, so it's like a real emotional story. You're seeing his backstory package. It's like, yeah, I was raised by a single mom, and you know she had to work 2 jobs in order to do this. So you know, I get out here on these waves, and I'm calm, man. I feel it in my spirit, and I'm in touch with
Yeah, I
the
got
earth.
this wave.
And then, yeah, exactly. And then, all right, y'all, I'm gonna go hit the waves. On my control, polo on my body.
Just do an acoustic version of it.
Yeah.
That'd be so fucking funny. Also, having like a
acoustic
serious,
version.
emotional fucking like sports story about surfing is so funny to
Yeah.
me. I don't like the backdrop of like the X Games or like any of those sports, but like a classic like Remember the Titans type story was like, I'm just trying to be great. It's like a bunch of tattoo junkies.
Have you seen Blue Crush?
Yes.
Yeah, I love Blue Crush.
Blue Crush.
Great movie. Great
Girls
movie.
can surf. Okay.
Yeah,
One of the Blue Crush and Bend It Like Beckham, early lesbian iconic movies, as told to me by my lesbian friends. I didn't just
damn.
put that
I
out
have
there.
not
you
seen
didn't, you didn't want to
I
just
didn't just I didn't say that was
I am
me.
not making
I'm
this
saying I was
claim.
told. I was told. Okay.
Tatum pull that quote. Chris Evans. That was great.
All right. Well, before we get into these top 3 serious moments in a
Oh, yes.
sitcom.
Very important question.
Every episode we
Oh,
ask
I
our
never
guests.
asked you. I never answered your question about why I picked this.
Oh yeah. Why'd you pick it?
Real quick, because I know you're trying to move on to something else. I picked this because my favorite sitcoms are ones that have like emotional moments and gooey centers to them. I just am a fan of that kind of.
It's my phone. It's my he's
You
probably
want to take that?
It's my manager. He's probably talking about the strike. I'll call him back
Okay.
later.
Hey, Chris,
Okay, wait a big dickens real quick.
Hey, Chris, you interested in scabbing? But
For
yeah.
the right price, nigga, baby.
So yeah, I just like comedy with gooey centers, and so yeah, these are the moments like I get I get emotional at a lot of moments in sitcoms.
Yes.
So because I feel so invested in the characters, but yeah, so this is just one of my favorite things to talk about, like emotional shit.
Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. I mean, interested
I'm
in
on
your
a couch,
choices.
like I'm in therapy.
Yeah. We gonna talk about it. Okay,
Yeah.
let's just be centered. Let's be one with ourselves and really tap in. Before we do that, though, we always ask our guests the same top 3 question.
All right.
And that is rapid fire. What is your top 3 preparations of a potato?
Potato. Ooh. Literally just my top 3. I'll start from 3 and go up. French fries is number 3.
Wow. All right, and
some
what's your
steak-
preference on French fries? 'Cause
steak
we haven't
fries.
argued steak fries.
Steak fries.
Like
if
a
I'm making them
thick
at
cut-
home, thick cut steak fries, fried in canola oil, simple, a little bit of salt. Call it a day.
You
Okay.
are one of one for that.
Really?
You're the first one to do.
I
I like steak.
love
I feel
steak
like
fries.
people have been adamantly anti-steak fries.
I like
I
steak
love
fries.
steak fries. Like, I
Steak
wanna
fries are
taste
good.
potato.
They're
Like,
not
you-
like my top. They're not a top, but I fuck with steak fries.
Yeah,
Okay,
I like
so
steak
for-
fries a lot. So number 3 is French fries. Number 2 would be like scalloped potatoes or like potatoes au gratin.
we got our
that's
first
good.
one last
I
time.
feel
Last
that's
episode.
two. Yeah, you're number 2 to get the old
Yeah.
Okay.
I would
Gratin.
like. I would put that at number 1, but it's number 2 because it takes a lot of work to prepare.
Yeah, it's a lot.
So
It's
I'm
a
like,
headache.
I can't really put it at number 1 because I'm a very when it comes to cooking, I'm very utilitarian. I try to be efficient. I don't like to waste a lot of time unless I'm really trying to be in my bag. But
Unless you got a shorty over. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying?
exactly.
Trying to prove
And
something.
I
Yeah.
promised her
And you pull out
the
that
best
twice.
potatoes au gratin.
Let me tell you what. She said, "What are your top dishes, girl?" I fucking owe the gratin.
That's how I slid to her at the bar. I said, listen, I've been looking at you all night, and I could tell you really like a cheesy potato. Girl, I don't know what you're doing, what part of town you stay in, but I stay over here, and you can come by anytime and get you some potatoes
I
au
can
gratin.
tell you like a cheesy potato, but I ain't talking about that poor ass Fridays double twice baked potato shit. Nah, girl, I'm cultured.
Oh, hold on. Don't shit on my twice. Don't shit on my twice baked potato. Don't shit on my twice baked potato.
Girl, I promise you this is not a euphemism. But do you want some cheesy potatoes tonight?
What would the euphemism mean?
I don't know.
And don't worry, girl. I'm not gonna be slacking. I'm gonna have some fresh green onions to cut to put on top.
Sprinkle it on top,
Some
baby.
chives?
Oh yeah, come on,
Man,
baby.
keep calling the chive
Are we
on.
in the improv group? We're gonna run every bit.
All right, what's number 1?
Number 1 is simply sliced like up into like cubes, a little bit of olive oil, and seasoned with like a battery of seasonings.
Are you baking these or skillet?
Baking them. That's
your-
my favorite thing to do.
baked.
Bake like a
Okay.
roasted potato in the oven. It's super easy, and I prefer like if I'm gonna prepare it that way, I
And
prefer
you
to do a
cubing
sweet
them like so
potato.
they're small.
I thought you were gonna say like you just like the cubed hash browns. You talking about like
Yeah, like
bake
not
them
cube,
is
not
different.
cube super small.
Okay.
Just like
See,
kinda
that's what I
bigger
was thinking
chunks.
too.
Yeah.
The big
I
like
thought-
roasted potatoes.
Yeah, like bigger chunks. Like that's my favorite way because it's easy. Especially, I don't know if y'all get into y'all sweet potato bag at all.
Yeah.
But like the yellow sweet potatoes, like not the reddish ones, but like the yellow or white-ish kind of ones.
Okay.
Those are fire because they're a little bit. It's a little bit milder of a sweet potato taste. It's not as sweet.
It's a more
those make
starchy.
good fingerlings, like the yellow ones. You can make those into some fire, like
Yeah.
Little.
Okay.
But speaking of that, have you ever made a baked sweet potato and then put in fucking almond butter and cinnamon? Have you
Oh
ever
yeah,
done
it's like yams almost. Like that's what it tastes like. Yeah.
Okay.
It's
I've
good.
done regular butter.
I've
and
done regular
cinnamon,
butter and cinnamon,
but
not almond butter. Because
Aqua is
almond butter. I mean, not specifically almond
Okay,
butter.
Aqua is
Aqua's
very-
extra healthy ass came
Aqua
in here.
was
and
like, you have to put almond
That's
butter.
my preferred method. We was like, we get it, bro.
That was one of his top 3s. That was one of his top 3s. Was just the baked sweet
sat
potato
here- he
with
sat here with
almond butter.
Hey, look, man. When I make my sweet potatoes, I use almond butter. That's why I look like this.
Exactly.
You guys are like, all right, bro.
I was like,
Exactly.
man, if you don't
He's
get
like,
your,
get the fuck
get
outta
your
here, bro,
fucking
nigga.
old
We
extra
talking about top
jawline
3
ass out of
potatoes.
here, nigga. Get out of here.
And then he storms off the show, but he stands up and he's taller than both of y'all. And you're like, damn. I don't think he's taller than you, though. He's not taller than you.
He's tall. He's too tall though. He's still too tall.
He's
quite
like
tall.
he's super handsome tall, so that
That's
gives you
what
like an
it is.
extra
Yeah,
inch.
It's crazy.
exactly.
Yeah.
About
It's
an inch
like,
and a half. It looked like he got an extra
goddamn.
inch and a
Because
half.
Boris Kojo is 5'7", but because he's so handsome, it's like, bro, it has to be 6'2".
You're a strong 6'2".
Yeah. For sure.
That's so funny.
That's so funny, especially when you hear like a rap. It's always funny when you hear a rapper and you be like, "Yo, this nigga is a beast."
I
Like,
thought
this
you were
nigga's
gonna
a
say,
middle.
this nigga is tall.
Like he sounds like he's like just a real manly middle linebacker type of nigga, and then you see this nigga and it's like,
He's
"Oh,
small.
bro, you
Bruh,
are
like the
a
baby.
horse jockey."
Like the baby is that for sure.
Bro, you a horse
The fact
jockey,
that dude got
nigga.
his ass beat by the baby is so funny to
Oh,
me
yeah.
because he is
The
the
baby is
size of a
5'6".
baby, bro. I'll be goddamn if I'm gonna let that tiny man drag my
I
ass.
don't know.
up
He
and
kind of
down.
Oh,
yoked.
no.
He kind of yoked, bro.
He built different.
He not built that different. He
Bro.
not built that. He not built that
Baby
different.
street, bro.
He
They
not
paid a
built that
baby,
different.
bro. Them little
He
thick
not
arms,
built that
bro.
different, bro. Get out of
That's
here with
so
that.
funny.
The first time I saw 50 Cent in person, I was like, "What?" I was like, "That's what you look like, nigga." I used to think that you were the boogeyman, dog.
Yeah.
This nigga's like 5'8". I was like, "You my mama height, nigga." I was like, "What's going on here, bro?"
Curtis.
Hey, bro, them words hurt though. Them words
Hey,
hurt.
that's
Oh.
facts.
All right, I'm gonna get this top 3 started off.
Crank it off.
We usually do an honorable mention after 3.
Oh, okay.
3, I'm still honestly trying to decide which one, but I think number 3 for me is gonna be when Michael Scott's last day at the office. And
I'm not a big Office watcher, so I don't think I've seen that scene.
oh, okay. Well, it's more like the whole episode is like it's his last day. Like it's his last couple days. He's leaving, and he tells everybody that his last day is tomorrow, but actually he's leaving that day because he doesn't want to say goodbye. Like everybody's
He doesn't want it to be
planning.
a big thing.
He doesn't want it to be a big thing, and Pam gets wind to this, and she leaves the office, and she catches him at the airport before he leaves, and because he's already left, because it's like a documentary style show, he's not mic'd up, and I don't think she's mic'd up. So like you see them have this like very emotional conversation, but you don't hear it.
You don't hear it, yeah.
And
That's kind of cool. Like, I don't think any other shows kind of like used the mockumentary conceit in that way.
Exactly.
Like, I've never seen that.
There's a
before.
few different ways where they have storylines where like off camera things come into play with the show. Like a few, not much, but throughout the show, like Michael has always kind of wanted to be like a father figure to Pam, and he's always wanted to like just represent more, and basically like you just see that like. Because she kind of also like, he is kind of like an annoying dad to her. Like she doesn't want to have to claim him, but she like does love him. So like you see this very emotional connection that they have, and you brought a tear to your boy's eye. You know what I'm saying? I can't
Were
lie.
you always all in on The Office? Because I never was, and I don't understand why it's like people's personalities that they like The Office.
I am not
It's
Rod
that good
Benson.
of a show.
I'm not Rod Benson, where I have seen every episode of The Office 10 times, and I've listened to all 3 Office podcasts 100 times. No, I came into the game a little late. I think it was just like it was always on TV. It was always on Comedy Central. And I think I came in maybe like 3, like it was still on TV. I was like 4 seasons in. And then I watched, like I was watching it on TV. I think by the time this happened, I was watching it on as it was like airing. And, it took me some time to warm up to it, but the show is pretty funny, man. Like I always was very anti watching anything on network television. I was just like, bro, if it's fucking
That's insane.
I know I'm a weird person, bro. Like I only fuck with like HBO or like Showtime.
That
or
is
like,
the most Leonard bullshit I've ever fucking heard in my
Hey,
life.
man.
How can you
if it's on a major
participate in
network,
this?
I don't watch it.
Yeah, how can you participate in this fucking topic, nigga? Like that's so many.
Well, this is by
shows
the time I was a teen and I was like the most cynical. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm not watching.
But what
like,
happened in your life that made you cynical about network TV?
That's what I'm saying. What did CBS and NBC do to you, nigga?
I think it was just like everything.
Like, I get it if you were like, look, bro, like when I was 15, like I was on some fuck the police type shit because I done got roughed up. But what?
Yeah, an executive.
What CBS?
What disrespected me at a Checkers. That nigga ate all my fries.
I can even see you being like, fuck Fox, bro. But like all network TV,
All
nigga,
network
it's so
TV.
funny.
Bro, I was just like, bro, this shit is pandering. It's corny. Like, I just hated all the shows. Like when I really started watching, like understanding TV and watching, I was like, this is terrible. And I think I discovered just like HBO and like FX and like I discovered good shows and I was like, I'm not gonna watch.
You discovered all the cynical shows.
Exactly. I discovered all the cynical shows where everything doesn't happen. Like everything isn't happy go lucky.
Sure, bro, whatever. I just think your
like-
horny ass was like,
No.
I might see
You know
move
what?
on these shit.
You know what? You know what I think it was? Actually, you know what? You know what's really funny? Because I was just talking about it. I think it was the 2007 writer's strike. Because the first season
did
of
get
Heroes,
shitty, yeah.
the first season
Bro,
of
one
Heroes,
of the best shows on TV.
one of the best seasons of television ever to me.
Easy.
I also was watching Lost. Like I like randomly watched the premiere of Lost when it came out, like while I was in high school, and I was like, "Oh, this show is tight."
Yeah.
And I kind of fell off, and I came back, and I remember I had like the fever, and I watched seasons 2 and 3 like in a day and a half while I had a fever and just sitting in the house. And then I got back on Lost, and then the writer's strike happened, and they ruined season 2 of Heroes, and then like the 4th or 5th season of Lost was ass, and I was just like, man, I'm done.
Bruh.
And I just like stopped. I think that was like literally when I stopped watching. And I started watching like It's Always Sunny. Like I started watching FX shows, and I just was like, I'm done with network television.
That hero sabotage is maybe one of the most egregious things.
I mean, I finished the series. I watched the entire series of Heroes, but like
I did too, but I'm saying like it really was.
It fell off.
It was
the
one
fall
of my
off was
favorite
hard.
shows on TV.
It was like Delonte West. It was like, nigga, how? Like, how are you homeless, nigga? Like, what happened, bro?
How are you homeless, bro?
What if Mark Cuban went and resurrected? What was the show we was talking about?
Heroes.
Yeah, Heroes. What if Mark Cuban went and resurrected Heroes the way he did Delonte West? You know what? This show deserves another shot.
Yo, it's called The Boys.
You know why? You know why Dylan Brooks is stupid as fuck? Because Delonte West is an example of what happens when you fuck with LeBron. Like like you know that the shit don't
bro,
go
you
LeBron.
You compared him on LeBron.
You compared it to fucking LeBron's mom?
Yeah, he was like, I fucked your mama, nigga. Like, and look at him, cracked head out.
You think LeBron got Delonte West hooked on drugs?
Yes!
You gonna fuck with my mama?
Yes,
All right.
I do.
All right.
He what
I
led
think
up
he
to
introduced him to the person who
think
did
You think LeBron pulled up on Delonte West in a Cadillac?
You gonna smoke this shit?
No, he gave him a
with
joint. He was
a
like,
long fingernail.
he get that
Hey
nigga
man, I
joint.
want you to try something with me tonight, Delonte. Oh, it's fine. You'll be fine. You'll be all right.
No, he hit him with that Friday shit. He's like, hit this joint, bro. He's like, I didn't know you like to get wet. Next thing you know, he's hooked.
He
bro.
training dated.
No, he training Davis ass. Listen, nigga, you want to make this final roster?
LeBron.
Smoke this shit.
I'm LeBron James.
He didn't train it. He said, say no option, nigga. Smoke this.
All right.
Okay.
One of y'all give me
What's
your
yours?
threes. Give me
What's
your
yours?
threes. Give
All
me
right.
your threes.
My bottom three, or my number three is it's from I went light, but this is a good scene because of the lesson. It's from Hey Arnold.
Oh
Hey
shit!
Arnold.
See, I didn't put any cartoons.
I was going to.
Hey
I had
Arnold
a
is
couple.
probably talk about like
Hey Arnold's a great show.
Hey
just
Arnold's
on around
way
great show.
heavy
Never gonna
for
hate on
us.
because it was just like writing
Stoop
for
kid afraid to get off
like
the stoop.
even as an adult.
There we
you,
go.
That's it.
That's my clip. So that particular scene is not the clip. The clip for me is when Arnold connects with Snoop Kid. With Snoop Kid.
Hey, what's up? It's me.
Hey, what up, though, Arnold?
Hey, I'm not leaving this.
Arnold.
I'm not leaving this STOOP.
It's the scene where Arnold goes and like basically is like, look, he hears him crying. He hears Stoop Kid like crying. He's like wailing, and because he's always on the stoop, everybody can hear him. They're like, shut up. And Arnold goes down there and is like, I'm gonna talk to him or whatever. And so Arnold talks to him, and I just thought this was so like genius and clever by the writers. The way that Arnold connects with him is not by, because basically he's trying, like Stoop Kid's afraid to leave his stoop. Like that's the whole thing. They make fun of him. He loves sitting on the stoop, and it's real like New York shit. And so Arnold goes to him, and he's basically there to try to convince him to leave the stoop, but he doesn't do it by like berating him or something like that. Like he doesn't do anything like. The way he tries to do it is he tries to connect with Stoop Kid where he's at, and he shows him like images of like big staircases and stoops from around the world, And he shows him like, oh, this is the Lincoln Memorial or whatever.
yeah.
And he's like showing, and Stoop Kid's like, oh man, these are some cool stoops. And he's like, Arnold's like, but you're never gonna see him if you don't get off the stoop. And then that's when like Stoop Kid gets.
He like takes that step. He's like,
But I just thought that's such a great message for kids. It's like, bro, like if you see somebody struggling, meet them where they're at, as opposed to like, you know, just being like, my life's great, why isn't yours? It's like, bro, meet people where they at and connect with people. Everybody's human. Everybody loves stuff. Meet people where they at. I like that. I thought it was super emotional.
no, that's a great one. I didn't pick any cartoons. If I would have thought about picking cartoons, Hey Arnold moments would have for sure gotten there. Like,
I got a few of them.
I think Hey Arnold and Doug were probably like.
No, I lied. I did pick a cartoon for my list.
I mean, I just feel like it was a real genuine show. Like,
100%.
Hey Arnold was heavy. I would have thought for the same thing was the pigeon episode. I almost put that in there with the pigeon guy where he flies away at the end with all his pigeons. That shit
there's
got
a
me.
chocolate episode where the dude's addicted to chocolate.
Also, but name a better room in all of childhood than Arnold's room. I would shoot a motherfucker for Arnold's room, bro.
The other clip I almost showed from Hey Arnold was a scene where like I forget the kid's name, but like the kid is like I think he's like newer at school or something like that, but he's like a poor kid and he wants to pretend to use Arnold's room. Yeah, and like it's like it's so like to be cool, like to appear cool, and like that's like a powerful moment because it was like, you know, it's like dealing with class and some kid just wanted to fit in and all that. It was like a great episode. But
bro, the hard breathing dude is what that's burned into my mind.
Yeah.
I would say though the number one serious moment for me for Hey Arnold is with Mr. Wynn, his Christmas, when he learns about his daughter like getting separated from her in Vietnam because of the Vietnam War.
Yeah.
I watch that every single Christmas. I watch it every single Christmas.
And I watched the Rugrats story of Moses.
Yeah, that was a great episode as a kid too. It was a great. They was really out here putting people on.
About, you know, Jew gang.
All right, so what's your number 3, Chris?
My number 3, not light, is the pedo episode
of
what?
Webster? What is it?
of Different Strokes.
Different Strokes.
Different Strokes.
Yeah, so, both of them got molested, bro.
Yeah, so I mean, they didn't get full on diddled, but you know, it did. Like when I just used to watch a whole bunch of Nick at Night as a kid because I was
like, yeah.
I've always had problems going to sleep. It's just a perpetual thing for me.
See, I was the opposite. Nick at Night, once that came on, that told me it's time to go to bed. Like,
Bruh.
I was like, I'm turning the TV off. Like, I don't want to watch these old
My
ass shows.
sister used to be like, why does this nigga always singing these old ass sitcom songs? I'd be like, come and knock on our door.
That's
at
funny.
like 8. Like, they just fucking
I was
rocking
sneaking
out.
to the den to watch Welcome Back Kotter on Nick at Night.
So I used to binge through, but so anyway, so I was watching it, and then one night that episode came on, and I was like, something's going on here. At first I was like, oh shit, tight, he's getting a bike. I was like, he's getting a plug on a bike. So I was like, this is love, nigga. He's lucky as hell. And then you fucking realize what's happening. You're like, whoa, Batman. Like it gets very heavy in a way that like didn't even feel sitcom-y because it's like, it's such a crazy thing and they played it so real. You know, like in a way like sitcoms will be like, you're learning something. Like it didn't feel like that. It was just like, here's some fucked up shit that happens. Like, and then you also, you get some redemption because the guy gets caught at the end. And they didn't beat the shit out of him. Which like if it was in Everybody Hates Chris, that's probably how it would have ended.
So does it ever come up again? Like in the series? Like do they ever deal with any like lasting
I don't think so.
ramifications?
No. It is before trauma was a thing.
Yeah, this is before
trauma.
Okay.
Yeah, you just
Where
had
they were
to,
like, hey, just don't do it again.
You had to grow up and get over it, bro. Like,
When was trauma invented again?
I don't think it's supposed to be invented as acknowledged as a thing, especially
No,
for
I
some
think it
black
was
people.
invented in like the late 90s.
I was going to say 2005.
2005? Yeah, maybe even later than that. When was trauma?
I would say trauma was invented in 2005, and then it was accepted by everybody.
Well, post-traumatic
specifically
stress disorder
minorities
was like
in
a-
2010.
Well,
You
because
know-
therapy, like talk therapy, like for everybody.
Yeah.
Like that was invented in like 2000 and
19.
probably like 17, 18.
like literally right before COVID.
Yeah.
Like, right before COVID.
So I think before that, like I think maybe trauma was invented in like because you know you had people going through stuff where they had to be like sent to therapy before their therapy was like publicly available to everybody, like in 2018. I hope people know we're doing a bit.
You know know what?
Whoa,
I'm
whoa.
doubling down on
Wait
it.
a
No,
second.
that trauma was invented in 2005 by white people to feel better for the fucked up shit they be doing.
Yeah, no,
No,
that's
but
cool,
yeah, so that's my number 3
brought
because
it
I wanted to start
way
off a little
back.
heavy. I wanted to be a little heavy, but then not crazy. Are we doing honorable mentions?
Yeah,
because my honorable mention was going to be the episode of one of my favorite shows, Scrubs, where damn, what's his name?
I wouldn't have picked you as a Scrubs guy.
I loved it. I
Really?
used to. I think I've seen.
I was
every
really on
episode of
Scrubs the first couple seasons, and then I fell off. I mean, because it was on Comedy Central, and then I just fell off. Like,
It's
I just
one
stopped
of my
watching.
go-to things if I was ever home from school or like after I got back from school. I watched every episode of Scrubs. That being said, I'm drawing a blank on the.
Is it when the old black man dies?
No, it's actually when the like his mentor, his brother dies, who was played by the guy from the month, Brendan Fraser, was his brother, and so Zach Braff's character he apologized. He's like, yo, he died. I'm sorry. Like, we tried to give him CPR and it just didn't work. And then the brother is telling him the whole time, like, chill out, man. Like, he fucked up. Like, he's human. Like, that is how it is. And then you get to the end of the episode and he's been dead. And it was like his ghost because he's the one who died. So he was like telling him to chill out. You got to let it go. Like, this is part of being a doctor. And I was like, this shit is heavy as fuck. And it's like, I think that show that's what it did so well because it was about doctors, is that it balanced like shit. Life is crazy. It's both. You know what I mean?
So I have a hard time with sitcom, like workplace sitcoms, where they're in like environments that are we all know to be very serious, but
Yes.
like none of the people there working there, they're all like buffoons.
Yeah.
Because especially when those shows try to like. There's a difference between Scrubs and Children's Hospital.
I was just,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
I have a hard time with buying into Scrubs because I'm like, none of these people are doctors.
Yeah.
Same thing with Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I had a real hard time with that show.
Well,
I'm like,
Brooklyn
none of these people
Nine-Nine
are
is
cops.
more egregious because it's cops, and everybody's like, "Fuck these niggas." But like,
Yeah, that's one.
but specifically with doctors, I feel like doctors are that though. Doctors are the goofiest people I know because you're dealing with death all day. You know what I mean? So you're like,
I feel like
don't
Scrubs
wanna not
kind of
acknowledge
did a good job of like towing the line of realness, and they never shied away from like the death aspect.
Like
and
it
the
got heavy a
realness
lot. Like
in
Scrubs,
Yeah, a lot.
yeah, that dude is crazy. The guy who made it, but he's good at doing that. Like this shit is real, but we'll make you laugh a little bit because the new one's Shrinking. It's also good.
How do y'all feel about like buddy comedy sitcoms where one of the dudes is white and the other dude is black?
For example,
Like Scrubs, Psych, like shows like that. Like
Psych is one of the all-time great sitcoms.
Really?
So, yeah, that shit is wonderful.
that was another one. I
mean,
was like, I can't get into
Procedural-
that.
I think I've watched
I-
the episode or two of Psych, and I was like,
I am
nigga,
a
no.
sucker for a procedural, bro. I'm a sucker for a procedural and also a mystery on top of it. Come on, say less. What? He's just solving all of the thing. I love it. I
Wait,
love
what was that shit? Oh yeah, you got the picture of was the nigga with the gun?
Supernatural.
Supernatural.
Supernatural, not a sitcom,
Could never-
but great.
never
One
go.
of the best shows on TV. It ran for 11 fucking seasons for a reason, nigga. Put some respect on their name.
I'm with Leonard. I hate network TV.
Fuck you. Jensen Ackles, a great actor. Jared
we were
Padalecki,
talking about
a great
about
actor.
cops. An honorable mention for me is from Family Matters, where where Eddie gets racially
Over.
profiled.
Yeah, by the cops.
And then he doesn't believe him. His father, a cop, doesn't believe him. And then he goes and finds out that the cops are actually racist and racially profiled his son. He like kicks the chair from
Yeah,
like
that monologue was kind of undercut by
Yeah.
like him not being like, that didn't happen. It's like,
Yeah.
nigga, you have seen
Like,
that
you've
before.
lived through the 60s,
Like, you know
my
what I mean?
guy.
Like, come on, bro.
come on, bro.
You have to know
Come on, bro.
firsthand that happens.
Yeah,
You know you done
it's weird
harassed
for him
some
to
people.
not like believe him. Like,
Yeah.
what do you mean?
To your point about not believing the trying to be light in a hard job, that the Brooklyn Nine-Nine had an episode like that where Terry Crews gets like racially profiled because he doesn't have his badge on. He's like trying to find something for his daughter, and the cop is like, "Don't fucking move!" And he's like, "You only did this because I was black, nigga. You are a detective. Like, you have to do so much of being a cop.
Right.
You know cops are racist,
Yeah.
dog. This affected you
Yeah.
like that?
He's
Get
that
the fuck out of
surprised?
here. Like, oh,
Is this because I'm black?
dare you? Yes.
especially when you a big ass black
Come
nigga.
on,
That
you're
nigga,
huge.
you massive.
You like
nigga.
a
What are you
linebacker,
talking
dog.
about?
Come on.
That's what they should have had the cop say. It's like, no, it's because you're 6'5", 280 pounds.
Yes, because you look like you could tear my head off.
Exactly.
Oh shit. Okay, all right. Let's get to these twos. Unless you
two.
have an honorable mention.
No.
All right, cool. What's your 2?
Oh, all right. You messing up the rotation, Leonard. I'm just kidding. My number 2 is Ron Swanson's final scene in Parks and Rec. Parks and Rec, there's a bunch of moments I could have picked. I picked this one because
Parks and Rec gang, high five.
Yeah. Parks
Way
and
better
Rec
than The
is
Office.
better than The Office.
Yes.
We're there.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I loved Parks and Rec from the beginning because it felt like the show for me because everybody was super in The Office and I did not like The Office. The Office was hard to me because like it's funny, but I don't like any of the characters. So I'm like, why?
Michael Scott's a piece of shit.
Yeah,
It's like,
I mean, they're all
the
Yeah, they're
characters
all-
are bad, and also I've never had that kind of job, so like it's
Right.
really it's
Yeah.
really beholden to that, and it's like
Yeah.
I can't relate. Nigga.
especially
I
the
don't-
first couple seasons. Like if you're not invested in like the Office setting, humor,
the dynamic. Yeah,
and
once you get invested though, it's pretty goddamn funny.
Yeah.
I can't deny that.
But that being said, I loved Parks and Rec. I watched it immediately and liked it, even in the bad first couple seasons. But the Ron Swanson thing to me is such a great, the way they handled that character leaving was so cool because it was on multiple layers. But he completes his arc as a character because he basically the way it ends is Leslie is like. At this point, she's like really high up in the government. She's like about to run for president and stuff like that. And she gets Ron this job. Basically, a few years before, she had when she started to do politics, she took like basically the whole office with her. Like she took April and Andy left, and all the people started to leave, and it was all like basically sparked by Leslie leaving to do politics and stuff like that. And so Ron felt really like lonely. And he like was really like upset about that, and they had like a falling out over it and stuff like that. And so in the last episode, Leslie gets Ron this job as like the regional park director for Indiana or something like that. And so basically he oversees all the national parks in the area, and he's like leading this team of rangers, and he gets to spend a lot of alone time. And it's basically his dream job, and it's a job he's always wanted. But it's like a cool completion of his arc because it's like an even bigger government job, and he hates government, but he learns the value of basically the lesson that he learns is like, sure, you can have your qualms about government, but like at the core of what government should be is people working together to protect things we all hold dear, even if we're not good at it. Like that's like the goal of it. And he kind of learns that, and it's like, oh, that's he kind of sees the good in what potentially what government can do. And so I just thought it was beautiful. And then there's like the way the moment ends is like he thanks Leslie or whatever, and then it just shows scenes of him just like being alone in nature and like paddling a canoe that he built and all that kind of stuff. And it's playing the song "Buddy" by Willie Nelson, and that was a song that was played for a joke earlier in the show. When someone gives Ron headphones for the first time and in an iPod, and he's just like listening to that song, and so they're like,
It's the only song.
it's like the only song he's listening to, and every time they like cut to Ron, you hear a little bit of the song, and he's just like in his happy place, even though everybody's like the chaos of government or whatever. And so in the last episode, like that's the song that's playing as he's like finally happy. You know
I
what I'm saying?
remember
Great.
that whole end episode part came around like when I just moved out here, and I was like watching it, and I was like really in my feels because I was like invested in Parks and Rec so long.
Yes.
And
I
then
did not want that
came
show to
around.
end, bro.
Yeah, I remember they were talking about it.
There was a point where she was like at the gynecologist or something earlier in the series, and he's like, "Oh man, you got a big cavity. You could fit 3 babies up there." And then at the end of the show, she has triplets.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a pretty good moment, especially for Ron, because it was like, oh, to see like the emotion and like,
I think
like
they
because he's
tied
such a
it all
strong
up well.
character.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was good. You want to do yours, or you want me to do mine?
I got the video for mine because it needs to be watched.
All right, what is it?
My number 2 is the very reason why
Oh,
I
We know.
had to get my new dog.
do you know what this is? I already know what it is.
Whoo, when I tell you I cried like a little boy. Oh, I'm getting sad thinking about it. I don't want to watch it. I'm going to start crying. So I had to give up my dog when my parents got divorced. And dogs are just tight, man.
Neither one of your parents
really,
were like, we don't want this dog.
No, it was a lot. It was a whole bunch.
Okay. Yeah, let's not go into this. We only got so much time.
It's also just I cried. Yeah, so it's just like this. Futurama was such a funny, goofy show, and this is just it hit that feeling so real of like why dogs are tight. Is it like this thing in this Fry's life at the core of it is he's a man who was lost and felt like he didn't have anything or belong. Like, and the one thing that didn't give a fuck about that was his dog. And he was like, I love this nigga. Like, I don't care about nothing else. And he literally stayed there and waited until he fucking froze over and died. And that shit made me cry for so long. like, and then like whenever I'm irritated in my dog, I do think about this scene because it hit me like a fucking wrecking ball to the chest. And so the one that got me more than that is my number one. But that's why this is my number two pick. Fry's dog waiting for him.
It's a pretty sad moment. Can't deny it.
There's like have you all seen that? There's like a live action movie that's kind of like about that kind of story.
Yeah, the Japanese one.
Yeah. Have you seen that?
There's a what are they called? The Shiba Inu? No, it's they're like a meme dog. The meme dog. I said Shiba Inu. I said Shiba Inu. I don't think that's the right one.
Corgi.
No, it's not a corgi. It's not the fat butt one. They're mean dogs. They just look cute. But this one is just like its owner died, and then it stayed in this one place, and then this guy like started taking care of it, and then he just took care of it all the time. Then it died, and then the owner died, and then he stayed there waiting for the person all the time. Wow, it was real sad.
My number two is from it's a sitcom, I guess, but it already is a sappy show. It's Ted Lasso.
That was almost. I should have put that on. That was almost my number three.
It's Ted Lasso, and there could be a lot of. This show gets serious a lot of times in the show, but there is one particular episode where Ted Lasso's wife, soon to be ex-wife, comes to visit, and it's the realization that his marriage is over and he has to let go. But also, it's the same episode where Jamie Tart, his father, comes to see him play against Man City, and. I hope I'm not mixing two episodes up. But anyways, in my mind, it's Jamie Tart is playing for Richmond FC. His dad loves Man City. They lose to Man City. Jamie Tart is one of the greatest soccer players. Everybody loves him, but his father doesn't fucking respect him. He treats him like shit. And his father disrespects him in front of the whole football club in the locker room, and he just fucking punches his dad in front, like finally stands up to his dad and like breaks down in front of his whole team. And the whole team at the time is not fucking with Jamie Tart. Nobody likes him. And they all realize like why he is the person that he is because of the way his father has treated him. And it's just like a real serious moment. Probably, I feel like one of the most serious moments in the show. And it's just like this whole episode is just like fucking sad and like a bummer, but it's just like some real shit. So.
That makes sense. That's very appropriate. Cool. Yeah. I thought you were going to say the when he has the panic attack and he can't breathe and like he finally breaks down to the therapist. I was like, well, I feel seen. Yeah. And then I was like, another big moment. Another big moment. A lot of good ones. All right, let's numero unos. What we got? Start it off.
I'll start it off. All right. My number one is Phil Dunphy's last day with his father on Modern Family. Phil, if you watch Modern Family, now this is a show that I discovered during the pandemic, which I never would have watched. And my roommate at the time was watching it and convinced me to watch it. And I was like, damn, I've been missing out on this amazing show that ran for 11 years. Modern Family is amazing.
I was about to say, if you didn't have a Modern Family thing on your list, I was going to cuss you the fuck out.
Yeah, because
it's your whole brand. You got a whole
It's my closing joke. It's my closer about Modern Family. So of course I have to talk about Modern Family. Yeah, man, because I mean Phil, the patriarch of the Dunphy family, and everybody loves Phil. He's a great dad. He loves his dad. His whole goal in life is being a great father, and we find out that his father is like wandering in a grocery store and like has dementia and like is like basically like close to death, and it's like him spending his last days with his father who is like kind of remembering life, and it's just really sad to watch, like watching someone know that their parent is about to pass and like someone that truly loves them, and his mom had already passed. So it was just like him and his dad, and it's a really sad episode. And then they have their funeral at the end. And it's good TV, and it's really sad, especially for Modern Family, which is like the joke per minute in Modern Family is like crazy. Like it's just joke after joke after joke, and they just have a very entire serious episode like related around death was, I think, the number one moment for me.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
Why don't you go next?
Mine, well, let's keep the dad theme going, is Why Don't He Want Me? Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. It's like,
of course. It's like, I knew. Yeah.
Dare I say Will Smith's best acting? It's like
I might challenge that in a second.
I don't think.
I already know
what needs to be said that can't be said about
we
it
all know
already.
the
Like everybody knows that scene. He fucking, I don't give a fuck about him. He's like, I'm gonna have a fucking family. I'm with some fly ass kids. And I was like, damn, nigga. I was like, that shit is rough. I was like, why doesn't he want him?
I mean, there's a reason why it is in the zeitgeist. Like it is a pop culture.
It's just beautiful moment, man. Yeah, and it's like Uncle Phil just giving him the hug and being like, he enough. It's great, man. And that's my number one.
All right, I knew one of you were gonna pick that scene, so I didn't pick that scene.
I know what you picked.
But I did pick my number one is from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I think to me, in terms of emotional moments in a sitcom, that show has the most of them and the best of them, in my opinion. And there's really subtle scenes. The scene I almost picked was, and the only reason I think I didn't pick it is because I couldn't find it. But and I didn't want to come here without the clips prepared. But there was a scene where Carlton had like they were interviewing for Princeton, and Carlton had like botched his interview and like threatened the life of the interviewer, like, if you let me into Princeton, I'll kill you or whatever. And then so Uncle Phil's really mad about it, and he's like, why did you do this? And Carlton basically is like, I want to be just like you, or Will got into Princeton, so I want to be like Will, and I want to go to Princeton because I want to be like you. And then basically Uncle Phil's like, and I rewatch Fresh Prince every 6 months, and so I'm rewatching it right now. I was watching this episode the other night, and Uncle Phil goes, he basically tells him like you can't be me, you can't be Will, like you can only be the person that you are. And then he goes, and who you are is damn fine with me. And I was like, damn, because like my pops wasn't around like that, and so like I haven't seen a lot of instances of just like fatherly acceptance and like love, and so that like really hit me, and I was like, dang, that's such a good clip, because it's like it's not played for laughs, it's like it's just it's rare to see that where it's like a father just being accepting and loving of their kids, and it was just great. But I couldn't find that clip, and so the one I picked I think is actually deserves to be number one over that one, even though that is a great moment. I think the acting in the one I'm about to talk about is even better than the one you picked. There's an episode where Will is trying to balance a bunch of shit, and one of his friends gives him speed. He gives him speed to take, and he doesn't take it. He puts it in his locker, and it's prom and all that. And Carlton ends up taking the pills, thinking they're vitamins, and ODs basically. And but he covers for Will when they ask him about it. He's like, I found some pills in some other kid's locker. And Will at first is like, sweet, like, thanks for covering for me. Like, I'm sorry this happened to you, but like, whew, like, I'm glad I didn't, whatever. And so the family is obviously taking it very seriously. And they're like, no, we thank you, Will, for like being an example for your cousin. Like, we're so disappointed that this would happen, and like, blah, 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 blah. And then Uncle Phil's like, I forget, there's something else that Will like accomplished or something, and they're like rewarding him for or whatever. And so Uncle Phil gets him like Clipper tickets. I remember very specifically it's Clipper tickets, not Laker tickets, which I thought was interesting.
Which is crazy because he's a rich lawyer, but anyway.
Yeah, so he gets him Clippers tickets. And then at that point, Will like can't take it anymore, like the guilt of like knowing that the only reason Carlton got the pills is because of him. And Will is like basically like, hey, Uncle Phil, like those pills that Carlton got were mine. And Uncle Phil's like, what? And he's like, and then this is where I was like, oh, the writer's in their bag right now. Because not only does Will like apologize to Uncle Phil, but Uncle Phil's like, no, you're about to apologize to the family, which I thought was like a both like dramatically, like, yes, he should have to apologize to the family because like everybody was affected by this, but that felt like such a real thing that a dad would do in that moment. And like, it felt like a real thing that like I would have had to do when I was a kid. Like, you're not just finna apologize for me what you did, because what you did
affected
everyone. So you're gonna apologize to everyone. And I kind of want to play the clip because I think Will Smith's acting is impeccable. He when he realized like his switch from like just feeling bad about the guilt. When he realizes he has to apologize to the family, and Uncle Phil's like, no, hold on, I'm gonna get the family. Like there's like a no, please don't do that. That's like, and it just feels so real, bro.
I got you.
I wanna.
I thought you were gonna pick when Will got shot.
I thought it was gonna be the when Uncle Phil pulls out the black on him, he's like, "Don't get it fucked up, cuz when they're in jail."
Okay. While you playing this clip, because we got to wrap this up.
Yeah.
What are our top 3 for the episode? Top 3 moments.
It's
I mean,
a
I feel
hard
like
one.
I
This
feel
is a
like
hard one. I mean,
that's you
gotta
don't want
be
me
in there.
anymore. It's got to
You
be in
don't
there.
want me.
I
It's gotta
purposely
be in
didn't
there
put it
just
in
for
there
the
because I
knowledge
knew
of
it was
the
going to be.
pop
All
culture.
right, top 3 moments from Fresh Prince.
We got to pick a top 3 for the entire
Out of
episode.
all of our lists.
Oh,
which
got
is
you.
in the top 3.
All right, let's watch this.
I like Stoop Kid too.
Stoop Kid was a good one. I was gonna say the fry shit made me cry the most.
Those pills they Carlton took, they were from my locker. What? Look, I was gonna take them. That's all I've been thinking about. I mean, look, you owe this family an apology. Vivian, kids.
What's going on?
Will has something to tell you. Come on, Uncle Phil, don't go ahead, Will. The pills that Carlton took, they were from my locker.
What?
I'm sorry, Viv. Yeah, I had basketball practice and I had finals and everything.
He knows that's not an excuse.
One of the guys at school just offered me some stuff to help me stay awake. And then Carlton. Look, all I know is that somebody real close to me that I love a whole lot could be dead right now. And it would be all my fault.
Damn, I forgot how emotional this scene was.
I'm sorry, man.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah, bro.
Wow,
It's super
Will's
emotional.
really in his bag, bro.
Yeah,
It's
bro.
funny because he was shit, but like unanimously, everybody was like, "This nigga's not good. He's just famous."
Well, this is like 4 seasons in, bro. He
Yeah,
was,
he
No, I'm
wasn't
just
as
saying,
bad
it's
at
crazy
this
to
point.
see how much he's like grown
Oh, yeah,
for being
yeah,
like
yeah.
not being able to do it, to do 2 of the like most like
I mean,
heartfelt,
he
dramatic
quickly
things.
becomes over the like maybe the first 4 seasons of the show. He quickly becomes one of the better actors on the show.
Okay, so
Like-
I don't mind if none of my top 3 are in there. I feel like because I was kind of like picking things that I maybe knew that wouldn't get picked.
Yeah.
I feel like one of these Will moments.
The
Gonna be in
fact
the
that
top
we
3.
all said, yeah, it's gonna be in there. I'm not gonna pick it for that reason. It makes like it's got to be number 1. To why don't he want me?
I feel like-
because both of them do so much. They are doing so much in that scene where you really watch the scene. And again, all of the links will be in the description of this episode. They're not saying that much.
Yeah.
Like Will's monologue is the most, and Uncle Phil's does so much by saying so little. He says like 4 or 5 things, and he's just the epitome of like what you want a father figure to be. In that moment where he just tells him, he's like, people are flawed, bro. Like it is what it is. Like you can't hold that as saying you're not worth it.
All right, so we're just gonna do Will Smith 1 and 2.
I would want to throw the Futurama clip in there. I think that
yeah.
was,
All right,
That
so
one fucked me
all right,
up.
so Will Smith 1, Futurama. I think the Stoop Kid got to go in there too, man.
Make Stu Kid 3.
All right, there it is.
Futurama 2. Boom.
There's our top 3.
There we
Serious
go.
moments in the
Top
sitcom.
3. Thank you very much. That's
Holla.
been top 3.
Oh wait, Ahsohn, where can the people find you, Ahsohn?
you can come see me on Herald Night at UCB.
Here.
I'm on the team Headbutt. We're
Big
up
dick in it?
on Mondays at UCB. And then you can find me at Ahsohn the DJ on social media. I have a podcast called Weekly Regular where I talk about movies and TV and video games and stuff with my buddy Derek. Yeah.
All right, cool.
Dope.
Hey, we'll see you next time.
Appreciate you.